Hey, what's going on, everybody? I am back. Welcome to a brand new video right here on Arrow Entertainment. If you guys have yet to do so, hit that like and subscribe button down below. Make sure you hit that notification bell to get notifications for when we go live and post new content. Anyway, let's get started with today's video topic. I've been watching and hearing a lot about this online company, DKOldies. Now, apparently DKOldies has been around for almost 20 years. They're an online service right now, a group of people who own a small business where they buy and sell and refurbish used video games and video game consoles and accessories. Now, I have taken a limelight to this company within the past year by seeing their short videos on TikTok, Instagram, and YouTube, and I pretty much look at them as like, this seems like a really good company, you know? And then I take a look at their website, and I'm like, okay, you can buy retro games, you can buy the consoles, stuff that's probably hard to get, or maybe you don't trust getting on a website like eBay, or even Amazon, or even your local thrift store, or even a pawn shop, right? So when you go to the website and you look at these outrageous prices for bundles, video games, and video game consoles, like they have bundles for up to $400, and this is a used console. Like, let's say the N64 or the PlayStation 1 or a Nintendo GameCube that comes bundled with the power wire and the AV cable, of course, but you also got controllers, and some of them come bundled with certain games. And now the bundles, they run anywhere from $200 to $500, almost the price for a brand new Xbox console or PlayStation 5 console, even a Nintendo Switch console, which I happened to get this past Christmas. Now, while this company seems pretty legit, and it's, you know, it's a like I said, it's an online based company, and they seem to be doing pretty good business, right? They put videos out there, they talk about, hey, let's unbox this box that somebody sent us. It's a whole shipment of games. We don't know what's in them. So they unbox them and they send them to their people in their department to get them cleaned, get them checked, get them shelved. That way, when you, the buyer or the gamer or collector, decide, okay, I want to buy a Nintendo entertainment system, or I want to buy a Sega Genesis. These guys seem legit. They refurbish their consoles. You get them in bundles as well. Also, they provide a warranty in case if they send you their product and it doesn't work or something happens to it, you can return it for a refund or maybe even get something better or something else exchanged in return, right? Well, lately here, some YouTubers known as Review Tech USA, Jacob R, RGT85, and several others have come together and have done videos exposing DKOldies as a scam. Now, what is the scam with DKOldies? Now, some people may say the pricing, that they overprice, you know, video game consoles. They overprice the games, the accessories, and such. But if you look online with today's inflation and today's collection prices, video games are pretty high priced. So if you're going for something like a Nintendo Entertainment System and there's something very special about it, of course it's going to be high priced, especially on eBay or even Amazon. Now, these game consoles, they're not going to be $10, $15, $20 that you would see at a thrift store or a pawn shop. Video game collecting has been a thing for the past 15, close to 20 years for retro gaming collectors. Now, DKOldies, as a business as it is, I'm pretty sure, you know, they have their reasons for overpricing some of these game consoles and some of these video games, right? So where's the scam? Where it lies within? Where's the scam at? Well, it's been proven by several YouTubers, and they have done videos unboxing certain items that they purchased from the website, stating that this website, when they post an item, and it's stated, this item is refurbished. It's been cleaned, thoroughly cleaned, taken apart. It's been fully refurbished, ready to ship out to you, right? Well, certain YouTubers have made videos, including Review Tech USA. He has done a total of 3 videos. And his most recent video, which was the Xbox, the original Xbox, which he has, and none of it's been pulled apart, none of it's been taken apart, none of it's been cleaned, none of it's been dusted out. Only the outside of it, only, you know, the cosmetic of the outside cosmetic look may have been touched in on, it may have been touched on, you know, it may have been cleaned up and scuffed or whatever. But when it comes to the inside of the console, which is the most important, because functionality is the most important when it comes to a video game console, right? So you would think that a department of technicians working on video game consoles would take these consoles apart thoroughly, clean them, maybe replace some components, maybe check and make sure that the proper thermal paste is put on for processors on certain game consoles such as the Xbox 360 or the PlayStation 3. So that's where the scam lies within. They are not properly refurbishing their consoles. Now, I, for one, I'm a gamer, and I'm not really a collector. I would love to collect video games, but as a gamer, and I look at these guys and I see this is just a small team of individuals running an online business trying to make it by. They're buying and selling used video game consoles. So you would think they would seem legit, you know, overpriced in video games, okay, but they got to pay for their employees, they got to pay for supplies that is needed, such as tools, cleaning supplies, etc. And plus, you know, when they're giving out refunds or when they're buying bulk items, you know, boxes of bulk games or consoles from you, of course they're got to pay you back. So when they sell the stuff online, they got to make a profit and they got to be able to, you know, cover their losses, of course. That's how an entrepreneur business is ran, and they're running it pretty decently. So I got to one up DKOldies on that. But then when I get into reviewing the scams, when I get into seeing people, how do I put this? I don't want to say that some YouTubers are overreacting with their videos saying that DKOldies is a scam because the console hasn't been thoroughly cleaned. The console hasn't been taken apart. When you go to a thrift store or you go to a pawn shop, or even when you purchase something on eBay, is it refurbished? Are you purchasing a refurbished item from either of these places? No, you take your chances. You pay money out for these products. You take it home and you hope for the best. Now, if you know how to work on a console, if you know how to work on it, if you know how to clean it thoroughly, there you go. You know, you have nothing to worry about. You can take it home, clean it out, plug it in, play it, and you're good. So thrift stores and pawn shops are not guaranteed to refurbish a video game console, whereas this website is claimed to take these consoles apart, thoroughly clean them, replace components, fix components, put them back together, and shelve them. But keep in mind, these guys, they receive a bunch of merchandise in bulk. They're receiving merchandise day by day. So that's a lot of merchandise that they got to go through. Can you imagine receiving a pallet of 100 Xboxes that you got to thoroughly go through, take apart, clean out, replace components? That is like a week's worth of work right there, especially if you only have 2 technicians working on it. So I can see maybe they get overwhelmed or overswamped with a lot of merchandise that is being brought in. So when they go to package an item, it may be a mistake. You know, they may make a simple mistake as to picking up a console that has not been thoroughly checked yet, package it up, and send it out to a consumer. It's an honest mistake. It's probably something that they probably have thought about, something that has probably been done in the past. That's probably what is going on right now. Maybe a lot of these consoles that are being bought that aren't properly working, and people out there who have consoles that are broken and say, you know what? I want to send it and sell it to DKOldies. They'll buy anything. That's like when you sell your car. You sell your car to a place like Crazy Ray's in the Baltimore area in Maryland, or you sell it to a secondhand junker who will buy your car. Something that does not run properly, something that has something wrong with it, and they pay you, not top dollar, but they may pay you $300 or $400 for it. That's what's happening here. You got people out there that are turning over their junky, broken consoles to these guys, and they figure these guys will pay top dollar for it. So then when they receive it and they pay the person, they pay the seller, and it's like, okay, you're done. You're paid for. We'll get this stuff cleaned up. We'll get it in inventory and we'll sell it. Da 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 da. That is that. So that is probably the biggest thing right there where the scam lies within. When they say they refurbish it, they're getting too overwhelmed, more likely. So there's a lot of factors that are at hand right now. Like, you can't fully blame DKOldies for selling you or sending you a product that doesn't work. There's got to be a reason behind it. And so right now, here it is, 2023, YouTube. You're trying to make it big on YouTube. You're trying to keep in the algorithm. What's the biggest thing that's going on right now that you can get noticed? 2016, you had McJuggernuggets. People were hopping on the train and talking about YouTuber McJuggernuggets. Or the year later, you talk about Logan Paul and his brother, all that stuff. Every year, it's something different. This year, since DKOldies is everywhere on social media, they're on Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, YouTube, whatever. They're getting their product out there. So what's the easiest way of getting viewership, of making your content well known on YouTube? Talk about DKOldies. Let's buy some product from DKOldies and talk about how bad it is, how it's not being refurbished, etc. So when I'm watching these videos, that is what's going through my mind. I'm not trying to be one-sided about everything. I try to see the consumer side and I try to see the seller side. But then I look a little bit deeper. And I'm not trying to badmouth or shut down these YouTubers for what they've experienced. YouTubers like Jacob R or RGT85 or even my favorite, Rich from Review Tech USA. I love watching Rich. I love his videos. He even said he was blocked on Twitter for commenting on his consoles that he bought. Now, Jacob R, this guy, he recently did a video and he was talking about certain videos that DKOldies have been posting on their YouTube page. But when it comes to a lot of people calling them out, a lot of the hate comments being put in the videos, apparently they have been taken down by DKOldies. They have either been hidden or they've been deleted. So there's a lot of things that seem to be swept under the rug when it comes to DKOldies. And it's almost understandable because they're a small online business. They're trying to keep up with the demand. They're trying to keep a good reputation. They're trying not to have so many people ruin their reputation by saying they're a scam. They sell you video game consoles that don't work. Don't buy from them. Don't do this. Don't do that. And that's what's happening here. It's damaging a business. And that's something I really don't see why you would damage somebody's business, damage somebody's, living right like that. They're trying to make money. They're trying to do something. But then I start reading more reports. I start digging a little bit deeper, more deeper probably than some of these YouTubers have dug. So let's get right into it. So here I am on a website called ripoffreports.com, and this is a complaint put in by a user. Now, this user had put their address on here from PA. This is something, even the phone number if you want to call them, their website, whatever, all that good stuff. This user put their input in on here on when they purchased something. I'm not sure what the date is when they made this purchase. Oh, okay, submitted December 31st, 2009. This person went on to saying, bought a used Nintendo DES, I'm pretty sure he means DS, system for a Christmas present. Site says 100% guaranteed. I bought the Mario Brothers Duck Hunt package, which showed a picture of the orange gun as part of the package. My system did not come with a gun. Okay, so he was either talking about the DS or the NES system, because this is not adding up. This guy has already confused me. If you're talking about the NES, okay. If you're talking about the Nintendo Entertainment System, which is the 1985 NES that just about every kid in America, including me, had, growing up. So you're talking about, okay, he bought the duck hunt package, and it said that the gun was supposed to be part of it. It did not come with the gun. When I asked for them to send the piece, they said the package that I purchased did not include the gun, but I could purchase one from them. How can you sell a game as a package and not sell the critical accessory for the game to work? We decided to play the Mario Brothers on Christmas morning, and the whole system does not work. When I emailed them, I wanted to return the system after 4 emails. Chris emailed me back to say I need to clean the system. I cleaned it as he suggested, and it does not work. I am trying to get authorization to return the item, and Chris has gone silent. Do not buy from this company. It's owned by a thief and a liar. Okay, first of all, when this guy bought this console, when he bought this collection, this bundle, if it's not being sold with the NES gun for the game, you're buying it as is. You're not going to expect the NES gun with the game because it has Duck Hunt on it. If the search engine, if the selection on the website said it came with the gun and it didn't come with the gun, then you have a legit argument right there. But apparently the bundle he bought did not come packaged with it, and he was very upset, and he's making a whole argument out of it. Now, that's just one piece of the thing that I'm getting at. Now, when it comes to the NES gun, and I'm going to go off topic a little bit here. Okay, with the NES gun, the only way those things really work is with an old CRT television. So if you don't have an old CRT television hooked up in your bedroom or living room to play this game, you're not going to be able to play it, because those things are recognizable by light source, which is what a CRT TV puts out, not an LED, which a plasma screen TV or a flat screen TV nowadays would put out. And even at times, some of those guns, they wouldn't even work. So they were kind of faulty in a way themselves, so be lucky you got what you got. As far as the console not working, now, this has been an issue with a lot of the YouTubers that have purchased these consoles, where they purchase them and they take them apart just to see if they work. Sometimes they'll turn on, sometimes they won't turn on. And there was one YouTuber I recently watched, I forgot to give him a shout out on there, I forgot what his name was, but he bought a N64, just the console, not the plugs. He bought the console itself, and he plugged it in, he tried a game in it, and it did not come on at all. It did not work. The console has not been taken apart. It has not been thoroughly cleaned out or anything like that. However, what DKOldies does with their consoles, they'll take a little sticker and they'll put it somewhere over one of the screw holes. They'll put a sticker over one of the screw holes. That's your warranty. So if you happen to take the console apart and you remove that sticker, just like with everything else, you void the warranty. So if you void the warranty, guess what? You bought a piece of shit and you can't return it for a full refund. Sorry, but that's the way the business works. It works everywhere else. It works everywhere else. If you go to GameStop, if you go anywhere, if you take a product apart, you're voiding the warranty. You're not going to get a refund for it at all. That's with any place. So that is not a scam at all. That is how business works. That's how it works everywhere else. So they give you a warranty. If you go beyond their warranty, if you do something on your own, you did it on your own, they're not responsible for it. Now we have another person who did another report on ripoffreports.com. This time, it's around the same time of the year, but it's something different. I ordered a Nintendo 910. God, what is it with these people? They can't spell when they're trying to get something out there. But he basically said, I ordered a Nintendo 64. I received it and it was broken. I contacted Chris and he told me that he was going to send me a new one and I was to send the other back. I was fine with that. That all started November 25th, 2009. He was supposed to send me one on December 3rd, 2009. It is now December 24th, 2009, and I have not heard from either him by phone or email. Obviously, the man has no children, no spirit, no heart. How can he give a child a broken gift for Christmas? So, when reading this, yes, it is obvious that I don't know if they were too busy to get back with you, if they had if they were trying to fill so many orders out or whatever. But obviously, right here on Rip Off Reports, you have, you can send them an email on their website, you can call them, you can mail them. Continue to call and mail them and see what it is. But if they refuse to get back with you at all, then maybe it's a small claims court case that you can take up with them. But otherwise, reading these two reviews right here, one of them can be easily debunked in a sense, but I could see where the frustration is. They receive an item and it's broken, it's not working. They're trying to get some kind of resolution for it, and there's nothing. These guys just basically say, fuck you, goodbye. Now we move on to a website that I just came across last night as I was reading up. This is complaintsboard.com. This is from Han F51. This was all the way back to December of 2009. Now, these guys have been in business for quite a while, so this is not recently. It's not 2022. It's not 2023. This is 2009. This guy went on to say, I purchased a game system from the company called DKOldies.com, and I did not receive it yet. I am more than pissed. I contacted USPS service because the company gave me a tracking number. USPS said they have no record of the number at all, and I'm still giving these people the benefit of the doubt because I'm the kind of person that believes that people really don't do this kind of stuff to people. I became really scared when I was searching online and came across some reviews some people had written about this company. Every one of the reviews were complaints. Wow. Then here is another one. Okay, straight from the website DKOldies has the right to refuse any package. We do encourage you to send in all your games working or not. Our team will clean and test everything, and if we can get them working, we will buy them. If things are damaged beyond repair or in terrible condition, we will not pay full price. Please include a note with your games and include your contact information and how you like to be paid. They state right in there that they will not pay full price of things to the seller if things are damaged beyond repair, which tells me that they buy them and sell them to those trusting enough to purchase. What a shame. And this goes back to what I was saying a few minutes ago. It all depends on what the seller is sending them. So they could be sending them a broke Xbox. They could be sending them a broke Nintendo 64. Now, they could buy it from them. They're not going to pay full price for them. So let's say I send them a complete broken PS2 with about 10 to 15 games, and I'm expecting $300 for it. I'm not going to get $300 for that I send in. I'm going to probably get half of that, or maybe even a quarter of that. I'll be lucky if I get anything at all. But they may take it as well. But it does say right there that, they have the right to refuse any package. And now they're saying that, their teams will test and clean everything to see if they can get them to work in order to buy them. So when you're watching these videos on YouTube or TikTok, or even the live videos where they're doing unboxing and they take the stuff out of the box and, okay, we'll ship it over here to get cleaned and fixed. So are you telling me they're filming it and then they're going to thank the person for selling the stuff? But I mean, are they actually testing the product when it comes in? Are they actually fulfilling with what they're saying? Are they actually refurbishing the item before they get back with the person and saying, well, the Xbox you sent me was a piece of shit and it doesn't work, but we'll give you $50 for it, and then we'll turn right back around and do a GameStop on it. GameStop will do the same thing, only GameStop refurbishes, right? They'll buy something for a cheap price, turn around and sell it for an inflated price. How fucked up is that? So you could buy an Xbox off of Joe Blow for $50 and sell it to me, who is a game collector, for $400. And I get the piece of shit, and I'm looking at it, and it doesn't work. It's all scratched up. It's all banged up. It's all chewed up. What the fuck did I just buy for $400? A very expensive doorstop. That's what I bought. Here is one from Mark92. This was, like I said, all these are back from December of 2009. It seems like Christmas time was very big for DKOldies, but listen to this one. They are crooks, and they will not answer the phone or email you. My wife bought me an NES for Xmas, and it was supposed to come with the first Mario and Duck Hunt and Mario 3. When we opened the box, I got a slip of paper saying that Mario 1 was back ordered and it would be shipped out ASAP. When my wife called to make sure the system would ship in time, the rep told her everything was in stock and would be there on time. We hooked the game up to our LCD TV and it would not work. The rep told her that everything but the gun would work on any TV. We moved the system to an older TV, and as soon as we hit the power, it started blinking and wouldn't come on. After taking the game out 4 or 5 more times, Mario 3 came on and had lines all through the screen and big black blocks all over the screen. We played it for about 5 minutes and it started blinking out again. Also, my wife was told we could get a real NES gun for the Duck Hunt game, and we would send this Chinese piece of shit that weighs about 3 ounces. I emailed pics of the Mario game in action, and all I got was an email saying that I needed to clean the game and system with Q-tips and alcohol. By the way, and I've learned this over the years, when you're using alcohol to clean a video game cartridge, it's not a good idea, even though it may get dirt off of it a little bit easier, but it's known to start to corrode the pin connectors inside the console and on the game itself. So alcohol is not really a method that I would suggest or anybody would suggest to use to clean a cartridge in any form. If you look on the website, it says all systems are checked and clean. This fucker Chris, I'm assuming this fuck, that's what he's saying, told me that they didn't clean the games or the systems. I am not paying $115.90 for something that I have to clean the very first time and right out of the fucking box. I filed a complaint with the Better Business Bureau, and what surprise, they have over 20 complaints and an F rating with the Better Business Bureau. I called the CC company, and they are trying to get money also. I have a woman's number who I think owns the company. She won't answer, of course. I will get my goddamn money back. I will hire a lawyer and call the local media. I don't care if it costs thousands of dollars to hire a lawyer. They have screwed the last victim. Buy from Pedro. You can find him on eBay. Don't buy from these crooks. This guy, he just took it to the extreme a little bit. He's talking about hiring a lawyer. You're going to hire a lawyer for thousands of dollars to sue a company over what? $120 for a fucking game console? They're going to throw that case right out of court. But this was back in 2009. But, well, like I said, when it comes to the NES or anything that's cartridge-based, now, growing up, anybody who owned an NES, they always put the game in, they put it in correctly, and they turn it on. You get the little red light that blinks and blinks and blinks, and then you turn it off, take the game out, and you blow into it. I thought I was the only one that did it. Everybody did it. But what is wrong with the console itself? It's a console flaw that I have mentioned in the past on my podcast, where the 72-pin connector inside the NES, it's a flaw. When you put the game in and you push it down on it, you're bending the pin connections inside the pin connector inside the console. So rather than clean it, those things you actually have to replace. They'll last for a little while, but when they start doing that, you have to replace the pin connector selection in there. That's the only way you'll get rid of it. But a lot of people who buy these consoles, they don't know. They don't understand. And a lot of them are pretty young at an age. But seeing this and reading this, you know, a lot of people are having almost the same issue, like I said, where, you know, they get a console and it's not working, but it's not working for a certain reason. Something that maybe DKOldies can pass off to you and say, well, there's solutions out there that you can do to fix it. It's okay. We don't have the time to fix everything. But then there's a guy in 2012 who commented, I hope you get your money back. DK aren't great, but you are spamming about that eBay user. Pedro on eBay is rude and a terrible seller of dirty games for real. Oh my God. So this guy, he was talking about whoever Pedro is on eBay. And there's another guy who's like, you know, DK, they're not that bad. They're not good, but they're not that bad. But here you are talking about Pedro on eBay. He's a terrible seller of dirty games. Like, why are you spamming him? Why are you sitting here complaining about an online business that is still going on to this day? You know, it's funny when a lot of people talk about how scammy DKOldies is. There's a website I just looked up. It's called scamdetector.com. It's a validator. You want to know what their ranking is on Scam Detector is? 90.4 out of 100. I shit you not. Here's a score for you, and here's what it means. Given the super high rating of 90.4 that the business received, the DKOldies.com review is very straightforward. As an authority website vetted online a long time ago, the business is, without a doubt, trustworthy, quality, and safe. All the relevant factors used by our algorithm provided an almost perfect score, from the website's popularity, customer service, online reputation, and IP address to Alexa rank, genuine social media praise, and other mentions in our other sites. DKOldies.com checks all the boxes. Nonetheless, this is the one ironic instance. The more popular a website gets, whether it belongs in the same retro console field or not, the more online complaints it will receive. And that is pretty much explanatory as to what is happening right now. There are people that are seeing these videos pop up on social media and on YouTube for DKOldies. They're buying the products and they're receiving, surprisingly, they're receiving broken products or unrefurbished products, of course. But like I said, it's a possibility that maybe a few slipped out. Maybe, you know, they didn't get the time or get enough time to refurbish or clean or do whatever they need to because they're always getting so much in stock. Or maybe they're just sitting it down, testing it out for a brief 10 seconds and say, okay, this console works, move on, clean it up a little bit, let's shelve it up. It's a business, of course. They're going to make mistakes. All businesses make mistakes. But when it comes to YouTubers that are, you know, putting out video after video, talking about DKOldies being a scam, they're scamming you because they're not refurbishing their items, or they're scamming you because the prices are outrageous. Whatever the case may be, I'm reading some real detailed. The spelling is not quite there, but I'm reading some detailed reports from 10, 12 years ago. Over 12 years ago. These reports, you know, these are people that were frustrated because they couldn't get a hold of them or the console was broken. If it happened so many times over the course of 13, 14 years, wouldn't you think that this company would have been shut down by now? They would have been shut down and taken to court years ago for scamming people. They would have had to pay back a big fine for everybody, you know, for all the stuff that they had sold that was busted. That's usually what happens with a company that sells products like this. They would usually get busted. They would usually go to court, pay a big fine, file for bankruptcy, and then they're gone. But DKOldies seems to keep going. They're still going on to this day. They even put out a video, what was it, a week ago, where they were doing damage control because there were several YouTubers that were complaining about their content. You know, they were complaining about their consoles, their products that they're selling is complete faulty and complete junk. But you got to give them the benefit of the doubt. At the end of the day, it's a business. It's a small-time business. It's giving YouTubers a thing to complain about right now. It's 2023. Do I believe that DKOldies is a scam? I'm on the fence line of saying so, but other than that, at the end of the day, they're going to make their mistakes. I wouldn't quite say they're fully a scam. Maybe there's some mistakes that they're making. Maybe there's something that they're not doing behind the scenes. I don't know. I don't work there. I don't associate with Joey, the guy that does the videos or runs the place. But I can say this. When it comes to YouTubers looking for content, try to be a little bit more mellow about the situation. You know, look into it deeply and get in contact with these people and ask, hey, why did you send me a broken console? Why did you sell me a broken product? What can we do to fix this? But instead, make a video complaining about it. Am I siding with DKOldies? I'll side with both sides. I see both sides of the algorithm. I see both sides of the issue, but I'm not going to say that DKOldies is a complete scam. Now, there's other things that are out there that are complete scams, but I'll save that for another time. And that's it for today's video, guys. Thank you for staying this long. I'm sorry it took this long to do a lot of explaining behind this subject, but hopefully you see a little bit more clearly and hoping that you have a better understanding with this company and seeing where they're coming from, where I'm coming from, where others are coming from. Did you have an experience recently with DKOldies recently where you purchased a product and it doesn't work or whatever? Let us know your experiences down below in the comment section. Also, while you're here, guys, be sure to hit that subscribe button down below to check out and keep up to date with our other content as well, such as our live streams and our podcasts. And until next time, guys, I'll catch you on a flip.